Hello everyone, my name is Mitz, here we're Figures are kept at court. So we now basically what we all need, or at least a good lead-up starting point, to get down and crack open the Chief's Cyclops. Before we go do that, tell me, Edward, buddy, what have you found out in my time that we were separated? So what's everyone here so worked up about today? It seems there's some sort of suspicious file showing up on people's cell phones. Oh no. The man heard the story and officer reported this to his colleague, who also had it. Then a chain reaction occurred of almost the entire precinct finding this file on their phones. How exactly is suspicious? Like a computer virus? That's just it. They can't tell. From what I heard, no activity has been registered from the file. Huh. So just sitting there, just dormant? What is it even for, then? An instance is being analyzed as we speak, but it's heavily encrypted, which only raises concerns that we're dealing with a potentially malicious file. Just, what is it, like a Trojan horse, like, you know, I don't know if that's the right word, because I don't know viruses and computer stuff and like that. Like, not the nitty-gritty details, but, like, it tries to pretend to be just a non-harmless file, and then, yeah. What would we even be for? Like, it'd be for, like, tapping phones, right? Maybe. The only thing they know is its name, Grapevine. Oh my gosh. I think that was the name of the, of the phone in the beginning of this case. Oh my god. Grapevine? Odd. I can't be sure that has any relevance to our case, but I'm keeping an ear to the ground. There are enough enigmas to this case than these already, wouldn't you agree? Especially since the biggest enigma of all is, what the heck happened to the text box? The enigmium is gone! Where is it? You know when Edward's nervous that we're in the middle of something serious? Yeah, possibly so. Grapevine, add to the court record. Look at that nice 8-bit renderization of a file. So, anything else? Do you have anything else you wish to tell me? Anything else you've uncovered today would be a great help. There was this note. Where'd you get that? Well, it doesn't look like the kind of note Brisbane would stick to his refrigerator. This was found well hidden in Brisbane's sofa under further investigation. Oh my gosh, you missed, again, more stuff in the sofa. It's a treasure trove. Are coming over to discuss action plan, 5 p.m. Was Brisbane expecting company that night? Huh. R. Renwick. Okay. Unless is there someone else named R in our files? Maya, Snow, or Robert. No, after all they had of their rivalry, yeah, expect that. No. Perry Docks, Warren Weaver, Arrow Brisbane. Yeah, I think it only can be Renwick. It appears so, and to my knowledge, R can only be one person. 5 a.m. So that's when Detective Smith arrived in the scene, with an envelope in hand. Like, something the file has something to do with, like, you know, a plan or something like that? Maybe. But he left 3 minutes later. 5:03 a.m. was when Miss Weaver saw him leaving the house. Why was their meeting cut so short? Thanks for letting me know about this, Edgeworth. Is there possibly anything else you found today? Nothing about Hemlock, if that's what you're angling for. By that, I hope you mean you found more. Nothing new, I'm afraid, but I've been reading the D22 case file. Nice, keep yourself informed. Oh? Any particular reason? I was hoping to look more into Detective Jackson's investigation of Hemlock's murders. There's no copy of the official report here, so I tried some files in the records room. Any luck? One of Hemlock's victims was found behind a bookcase in the court's reading room. Yeah, we saw that firsthand. And Mr. Blaine Chill who was disclosed a top member of the Godovin smuggling ring. And this took place shortly after following DT2 trial. Shortly following DD2? Then that must mean the body was discovered by the detective assigned to formalize the evidence of the Charles incident. Detective Smith. So he found one of Hemlock's victims in the court library. Yeah, it appears so. Did you ever mention something of the sort? I've asked about his first investigation before, but he seemed to be holding something back. I think we already know what that is. Perhaps it was unwanted discovery of a murder victim. How would he hide that, though? Like, oh, well, we think we already know what it is, obviously, but, is there anything more besides that you want to hide besides the whole blackmail thing? I doubt it, but that's the angle we're going to go for. Okay, Chief Freud, it takes two to tango, and I'm gonna be here just to make sure to follow you along that dance so you can trip and fall. So, let's go down and speed along this through, shall we? Byung. It's just like the manga Thomas like lock thing. It's a cool, very cool idea on paper, though. It's great. Your involvement. If it never belonged to the VD victim, then out with it, man. Whose blood was it? We now have it on hand. Hi, Titus Crump. You are back again with another cameo. Make us proud. It was already established the bloodstain left in the knife around the time of VD8. Was not in fact Rosberg's, so then who does it belong to? The Titus Crump, that's who. Titus Crump? I believe you're confused, young man. What are we confused about? I don't think so, Chief Freud. You see, Titus Crump was the sole witness of VD8. Except he wasn't. Vex Wolper killed him beforehand, impersonating him to create a witness. After the circumstances around this knife have changed, it's safe to assume that this was the murder weapon that killed Titus Crump, not Grossberg. Gah! One down. Only 3 to go, jeez. Titus Crump, Sorry, son, but the name doesn't register. I thought all the evidence goes through you, though. Sounds like the name of a pretentious fop to me. Well, you're not wrong with that tiny bit. You're not far off, actually. Maybe you do more know about him than you'd like have us believe. Don't you think you've won enough one-time damage for today, Sonny boy? Sonny boy. You should just hand me your badge. It's probably much the same way you're going about right now. By not answering my questions truthfully, you're only damaging yourself, you know? Which brings me on to my next point. Why this knife was withheld from the VD8 investigation. And not only that, why a lid was put on Crump's murder at all. Now, who would have ordered such a thing, Chief Freud? That was all Volper's doing, not mine. I can't pretend to know what harebrained madness he is brewing in his poisoned head. Well, you're not wrong that Vex Volper, like, sent a... What was it? What was it? An order of demotion to Snow to, like, he sent to use a paper jockey. A desk jockey, almost. Just, Yeah, you're not wrong about that. It's like I associate myself with a serial killer with mashed potato for brains. Well, I mean, it's one thing if it's a person with mashed potatoes for brains with gravy on it. It's just pure mashed potatoes. Being in a position of power, Freud must have been the one who ordered the Crump cover-up. But he's so vehemently against everything Volper stands for. Why protect him? You're wrong. I can prove it. You withheld this vital evidence from the VD8 investigation for one reason. Withheld this vital evidence from the VD8 investigation for one reason. Vital evidence from VD8 for one reason. What reason do we have on hand for that? I guess, okay, let's think this out through. Why would you want to withhold evidence from Crump? Or the whole, like, VD8 before we even knew Achilles was a thing. Why would that be a thing? And Volper was, It would make it harder for Volper to get convicted. Like, did he not want Vex Volper to be convicted? Okay, sorry about the interruption. To think about more, okay. So why would that knife be withheld? I guess, if we're going along with the whole thing like I said before, like, if Volper was being framed, especially since we know the garrote wiring for Cedric Mapplethorpe was a thing, if you go follow that logic, was the knife just withheld just for that plan itself? It was premeditated. At the same time, I guess it'd be the most likely thing. There's a few small problems with that, as I mentioned before, the blackout, and plus, Paradox is the one who brought it in, so by his own volition. So that's going to be a thing, but I guess we'll follow the train of logic as we go. So I guess the way to go about all this would be him himself? Like just it's a frame job? This knife, it bears the prints of Vulpur with the blood of Titus Crump to match. I reckon the VDA trial would have been over in a heartbeat if this knife was printed at the time. Yeah, actually. Fingerprints, yeah, it definitely would prove without a doubt, like, you know, both Titus Crump's blood is on it, plus, like, Vulpur's prints are on it, Titus Crump's blood is on it, so literally, that's a done deal that, you know, that Vulpur held it, and also, literally the victim's, the fake victim, quote-unquote, the real fake victim's blood is on it, so, yeah, no matter what you think about it, yeah. We spent going back and forth on just, like, we couldn't, the whole time, the whole final trial, we managed to get through just because Brisbane was quick on his feet to, like, you know, have Vulpur, like, admit to himself with a fake card. Huh. It's pretty conclusive proof, isn't it? Now, take into account that this very same knife was recently used to murder Paradox. A vital clue in that investigation was the presence of Vulpur's prints on that knife. It would have been very, very decisive and very incriminating. But, wait. So this definitely was a frame job if we're following this line of logic we're having here, right? I didn't really think that would work. The only thing presenting, just thinking that would work, but honestly it would, Huh. Wait, that doesn't really, Vulpur was already in prison, so why frame him even more? I guess it... I can do a whole full circle thing right here and just say Vulpur was just a pure old scapegoat. Okay, truly ensnared. Look, another one. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to see a plan come together here. So my whole thing about Wright was premeditated. At the same time, if Vulpur was not going to be framed, that would next be placed onto Snow. Maggie Bird definitely, like, being outside the workroom would not, like, you know, work and function. Plus, yeah. So it was premeditated to, Paradox. Wait, that's another thing. Wait. If the whole plan relied on the knife itself for the frame job, and Paradox was the one who brought it in, yeah, that doesn't really make much sense. Unless he was planning to use the knife for some other purpose. Let's see where it goes. That's enough. You're talking pure gobbledygook, man. Gobbledygook. We're not dealing with a Babadook here. I guess in some other countries we would be technically called that, but, you know, not here. It's the boogeyman we're dealing with. Am I? Or am I on the right track and you just want me to shut up? I think, Chief Freud, that the reason you preserved this knife was to preserve Vulpur's prints, so that he would be the fall guy for Dox's murder afterwards. And if Vulpur wasn't the one, Snow would have been as well. He was almost framed for it. Yeah, I'm being threatened, son. Yeah, you are technically, apparently. I don't know who or why, but I was told to hide the existence of that knife. Wasn't it proven amongst the rest of that case's evidence for some reason? You know what, Chief Freud? I believe you. That's because you're starting to see sense. You may very well be right, because I know who it is. Not this again. I thought we were past throwing around random names. Well, guess what? Random names? Oh boy, Hemlock? Oh boy, that's a common poison plant name, I think. Somebody is threatening you, and you know very well who. Do I have to repeat myself? But you have no proof. You can't just say his name without what? Concrete evidence? Chief Freud, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say the name of your blackmailer, and then I can present a proof. You got some nerve, son. Sweating around acting like you know everything. You know nothing, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly understand that what's at stake here. In all honesty, Chief Freud, I'm tired of hearing that. And I bet you're tired of being controlled by this person. Let's go. Would it be better just to put name Hemlock as the boogeyman? Yeah, let's go Hemlock. First of all, his name. Once again, Hemlock is the one breathing down your neck. One down. Yes, I know his name. You've been saying his name for the up to last time now. Then why do you keep denying it? We all know by now Hemlock is controlling you and giving you orders. Because he's listening, you twerp. You keep saying that, but how exactly do you know that? Excuse me? Look, son, Mr. Wright. Please don't say anything too compromising out loud. Fine, I'll show you instead. I'm sure Hemlock won't mind. Show me? But that's impossible. There's nothing you can't... I believe so. And I also believe you have this item too. So join in and bring out your copy of the item that ties you to Hemlock. 1, 2... I think it's literally just the fact that... Where is it? Join and bring out the copy of the item that ties you to Hemlock. That ties you to Hemlock. The biggest thing would be maybe Grapevine? Don't know how it works, really. Let's try anyway. Doubt it? No. Supposed to be impressed. Here, impressed you, I'm here to... What? What are you here to do, sonny boy? I'm here to, carefully reconsider my words. Correct. I can't lose my footing now. So, what would tie him most with Hemlock? Join and bring out your copy of the item that ties you to Hemlock. Copy. Copy of the item. Copy of the item. Thing that ties you to Hemlock. The document? The thing that ties you to him. So I've actually been stuck on it just a tiny bit, but I probably just realized this just right now. Just the thing he was holding in his hand. That thing he was holding in his hand. It was a black and white thing. Yeah, it doesn't seem familiar. 3. How did you get... You know what this is, and I know you have one of these as well. You see, earlier when I came in and saw you pacing the room, you were ranting to something in your hand, which you quickly pocketed once you saw me. You thought I didn't see it, but it's been there in your breast pocket this whole time. Oh, literally that white thing in your pocket, right underneath your yellow badge. Oh my gosh, that's really it, isn't it? It's an Achilles order card, isn't it? This means there must be an order from Hemlock on it. Admit it. You're cohorts with Hemlock. Now show me the card. Oh boy. You sure like blowing your top up like a kettle. I'm pretty sure Snow down will like some tea. Calm now? No, you're not. No, you're not. I figured. Oh god. Oh, okay. Your gosh dang just air conditioners must be working at full blast right now. Hopefully, please. Oh Jesus Christ. Possession. Okay, so keep telling me, please, without dying again. So it's true. For whatever reason, a dangerous man is blackmailing chief of police. All this time he'd been figurehead for someone else. It's over. It's over for me now, Mr. Wright. Congratulations. You've exposed my corruption and brought my career and my very life to its knees. Once this scandal hits the papers, I'm done for. I just want to know the truth, Chief Freud. Why agree to work with a maniac like Hemlock? How can I word this delicately? Hemlock is unlike any individual I've ever known. His information-gathering skills rival those of Blue Corp. What? That's only second to his ability to know everything that's going on with Achilles. Is that why he ordered Detective Smith to steal my Magatama? Does someone know why this item is so important to me? I don't know why he does it, son, but he just knows. Especially when you've gone behind his back. That's why I have to surround myself in the blasted cold all the blasted time. So, that's the thing, yeah. The whole, this game takes place, I guess, just a month or, a few weeks after the whole thing of Trials and Tribulations. And just from the sound of, the DL6 incident, which was, a worldwide, or at least, nationwide known case, I'm pretty sure one involving a ghost, and, the whole Azekar Temple thing, maybe, I'm pretty sure, would become, national headlines, I'm pretty sure as well, wouldn't it? I'm pretty sure. Wouldn't it? If it's not, then yeah. At least it would be on some people's radar. But that wouldn't leave enough time for people to understand, the only people, the whole time, Deal 6 incident had the whole, whole nation, maybe the whole world, just thinking spirit channeling was a goddamn fraud. Then that case comes along and blows out the water. And this game takes place a few weeks or like a month afterwards. Could you really figure out that much in that little time? If you believed in it from the beginning, then I guess yeah. I guess Eenie Miney would have believed it wholeheartedly. Well, at least even though she hated that research, yeah, she knows all about how real it is, though. Whenever Sabbath, he knew it would give me away. I know he's listening, so I can't go into detail as to what he had over me. All along, I'd just been Hemlock's proxy, mere puppet. He used my power to do anything he wanted, including what? Including the V-Day cover-up. He orchestrated that? I don't understand. I was always chief of police, you know. 5 years ago, I was forced to step down. Made a mistake. Made a mistake of angering someone. That's when the threats began. You see my temper today for what it really is, so you can imagine how I responded. Was it intentional? Or was it an accident? That I can't say. That I'll end up having a mysterious accident for sure. Oh, wow. After my predecessor stepped down, Hemlock reinstated me as chief so I can provide support. I had a police chief at his disposal to handle all the legal stuff. How on earth does a mobster with the power to choose the next chief of police? Just how much influence does the Hemlock I have? Like I told you, Hemlock is unlike anyone I've ever known. And I just got reminded of how Cedric Maplethorpe, like, you know, was speaking at the end of the second trial. Just, the same exact words that everyone else is having so far. He takes the meanings of ambition and drive to the impossible level. I don't have a lot left to lose from this point on, so I'll tell you more about them. More about what? About us. Achilles. Oh, wow. Achilles, formed from the leaderless remains of the Cadofian smuggling ring. Formed by an opportunistic ex-member that became the top guy at the time of its collapse. Is there a particular reason Hemlock wanted to take over? I'm sure he has his own devious plans for his own future somehow. But I know his primary goal is taking over. What is it? A little backstory is in order before I elaborate on that. Hemlock has, and he's this term incredibly lately, a touch of obsessive-compulsive disorder. Lightly. Yeah, I'll say this much. Yeah, I'm pretty sure just the sound of it, just, yeah. Pretty sure you're familiar with the condition. His mind creates all sorts of obsessive thoughts that won't shake loose no matter what. Suffers compulsions and manifests rituals and safety behaviors to satisfy them. What does OCD have to do with becoming a criminal mastermind? Hemlock's OCD is quite a bit more unstable than the average man. Actually, I take it back. It's an insult to associate him with regular sufferers. Yeah. But he has his form are psychotic, they're just a bit similar. He sees the world in a different way to everybody else. His way. Very reckless, very arrogant. He refused to allow any negative impact to the airtight bubble he trapped himself in. His eyes, life revolves around him. He's tirelessly working to make that a reality. A man who would find a way to physically be in two places at once to be tried. Wow. Our column thinks something someone told me on the phone back in the office. It's ridiculous. He can't possibly think he can do anything. So fighting away as we speak, which is where Achilles comes in. A collection of agents all over the world, all thrown by Hemlock, all forced to work for him. How on earth can a smuggling ring help his so-called quest for world domination? Smuggling ring? What do you think Achilles' a smuggling ring? Because Greason said it? Well, it was formed from the remains of a smuggling ring, so everyone thought that. That's not the case here, Thun. Achilles is much, much more. Think about it. He's thousands of ages all over the world at his beck and call. All he wants to do is satisfy his condition by removing all negativity from his life. In short, Achilles is Hemlock's private task force. He's becoming ringleader with something to gain a widespread manpower for his own goals. Manpower and the money. Those are his true objectives. And how is he getting along with the money aspect? He already has a son. Wait. Are you saying he already has it? He recently obtained an object worth billions of dollars from the home of Aero Brisbane. Oh my god, you really are going that way. Oh no, the Enigmium. So that's why I tried to kill Brisbane. I just knew he was behind it all. And you knew all along. Here he was near the end of that your PC war in court. Son, lower my corruption. I know what I must do. I must be down as chief of police immediately. I'm just gotta get all that off my chest. If you will be coming for me in some way, shape, or form. Mr. Wright, you have to make things right again to stop him before he gets out of control. Or rather, before he gets too much control. Here, take this. I've had to hear with these blessed cards. I burned all the other words per his instructions, but held to this one. Whoa. I don't think I can read that. This oar in the back confirms Hemlock was behind the VD8 scandal. Do what you want with it. I won't need where I'm going. Freud's order card. Wait, just one more question before I go. And you don't have to answer because I'll find out anyway. Have you seen him in person? Do you know Hemlock's identity? Shut the door on your way out. He hates when the cold escapes. Very well. Thank you for your cooperation, Chief Freud. Goodbye, Mr. Wright. Assuming that's no. I assume anyway. Huh. Well, before we end off, what does the card say? What? Okay. Can't use that. Addressed in Chief from Hemlock to Chief Freud. Details of the plot to cover up the VD8 knife. Hey, Chiefster, need you for another favor. See the enclosed knife? Keep it out the current VD8 case investigations. When it's all wrapped up, place it back in with the VD8 evidence, and don't mess up the prints. Think you can do that? Reason that Red Devil and his brother Miscellaneous, Lackey number 340, went behind our backs years ago with Enigmium. They made life more complicated, so I'm returning the favor. Burn this afterwards, you know the drill. You're the man, LHX. So, Hemlock. Wait, L. Is L the first initial for his first name? That's something else, at least. Well, we got Nat, at least. More to think about, more to deal with. But what do you have to do with VD8? Oh, this is some petty thing where you want to drive Vex into another thing? Wait, house again. I don't know what's going on with it. Is a brother Miscellaneous Lackey number 340. That has to be Jack Crane. So because of the trouble that happened, I guess maybe just the whole Enigmium drill thing maybe is what happened. This is just petty revenge then. That's what literally this is, isn't it? Huh. There goes one motive. But like, So Volper, just the sound of it, Volper wasn't the one who held this knife and killed Docs. It's basically just the fact that like, we got it and talked to Chief about it. It's proof of a cover-up. So Volper never held a knife, like, in the interrogation room at all. He just... Wait, he just... That leads back to another contradiction then, though, about literally just... Volper was in the room the whole time. Well, So someone else has to be nearby. Maggie definitely, like, you know, didn't see into the room. She just arrested Snow when he ran out of the room in fear, watched him away and came back, and Volper was there in the room the whole time. So that means someone else, if it wasn't Snow or Volper, another person was in the room. So, like, why didn't he say anything like that? I'm assuming Volper doesn't, like, either Volper knows Hemlock's identity, but just can't say for some reason, or literally got so terrified from someone who else was in the shadows, who literally, like, you know, murdered, you know, Hemlock. Snow didn't see them. Just in the looks of, like, the cutscenes, like, the beginning of that game, and just the night. I guess it was really dark in there. I'm probably just basing this off of just the case beginning of that Turnabout of the Snow, but it's all I have to really go on. It's all we really can go on. And I think we're going to talk to Vex with Volper next in the solitary cell. I definitely saw that as a move option to go and move there. So we're going to talk to him about all of this, and probably way much more, next time. So, hope a fun time watching Zion play us. Hope you see you next time, the time may be, and I all hope you have a fantastic day.